racially prejudiced people like yourself. That's what you do. That's why we need safe spaces.
You're calling me racially prejudiced?
I've done that several times, Fizz. Why are you surprised?
Is it ever okay to exclude audiences based on skin colour? What would happen, for example, if it was the other way around? If this was a white-only audience? Well, I'm joined by the Talk TV contributor Esther Krakow and the Black Lives Matter organizer.
好奇怪的脸哦 I don't know.
奇怪 I think she's posing for the camera.
The Black Lives Matter organizer and activist, Iman. Hey,
Yeah,
Iman.
I'm
Just trying to picture what would happen if I put on a theatrical production in London and it said it was for whites only.
White only.
Or people identifying as white.
People identifying as white. I like how he has to include that in as to not piss people off.
You would go nuts. You would say that is blatant racism, segregation, dragged us kicking and screaming back to the dark days of appalling bigotry.
Well, it depends on the context, right?
Whites only audience.
It depends on the context.
No black people allowed. What would you say?
Well, I think you're perfectly right. It would be akin to racists finding more ways to be more racist.
So why is it okay this way around?
Okay, so we have to put it into context. It was 1 out of the 29 shows.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Let's put it into context, Piers. You want to forget about context. Context is everything.
Okay, context is everything. Right? It's everything. 1 out of 29 shows. So 28 shows is that everybody can come. But 1 show, only black people can come. A shitstorm starts with 1 tiny plop.
My shit don't start from the curry.
We're talking about a play that was done by black people, for black people, targeted for black people.
So?
It is basically akin to the disabled community, putting on 29 shows about disabilities, and 1 of those shows is targeted towards the disabled community. That is what it is akin to, and yet you have a problem. Why is that, Piers? Have you genuinely asked yourself why it's different between disabilities or disabled community or Jewish?
Funny.
Yeah.
What I see is like she's pushing segregation. She tried to use the disability thing to equate it and shit. But what you were doing is you were saying, hey, because we need a safe space, because you people did horrible shit to us before, that you guys are not invited to the party. But by that logic, then Koreans can say, hey, no black people in the 7-Eleven,
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys always rob us, In Chinatown, they can say, hey, in Chinatown because stop Asian hate, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally opening the door for everyone to have racial segregation.
My problem is that you have already conceded that if it was the other way round, and this was a whites-only night of this theatrical performance, you would say race. And that's my problem.
Spaces.
It's
safe spaces.
It's the
black
double
people
standard.
are disproportionately affected by racism, so therefore it's about safe spaces. This play is about racism, so therefore we should have a safe space for black people as we are disproportionately affected by racism.
I don't think you tackle.
You wouldn't say that to a woman. You wouldn't say that to a woman when she was talking about abuse and therefore she wanted and they wanted.
很容易受
伤。
And she's so angry. 她快吸不到气，她一直要。
The idea of safe spaces and black people needing safe spaces is extremely patronizing.
But we're talking about racism.
Okay,
let her finish.
What about Asian people? Do Asian people need safe spaces from racism?
When talking about
Asian people,
I'm answering your question.
We don't have this conversation.
When talking about,
let Esther finish.
No, she just asked me a question, so I'm answering it. When talking about Asian racism, I think they deserve a bit of a safe space.
Bloody, yo, put up my
7-Eleven, dog. 乌龙表，我敢。
乌龙表姐。
Oh my god. The way she's just like, and you have to know that it has to be like a safe space. You don't understand. Now at this point, I know 你快受不了, but trust me, it's gonna get worse. Homegirl's gonna push you to the limit and become the ultimate 乌龙绿茶表姐。
热的哦。
热的，过期了，而且。
大杯的哦。
Fucking hell.
When they're talking about their own experiences from all types of people that are going to promote judgment. Because it's about being free of judgment.
Esther, let me ask you. Esther,
free of white judgment, free of Asian judgment, free of all types.
Let somebody else speak, please.
No, I'm going to.
Or we're going to have a safe space where you get removed so that only I can be heard speaking.
Happily, and I'll say bye to you both.
I have one night of the show where only I am allowed to speak and you're not allowed to because of your skin colour. How would you like that?
Well, that's called racism.
Exactly.
Oh god. And that part where she talks about people need to separate based on their experiences, like, we just got out of COVID, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you were talking about 种族隔离, yeah. You were talking about mental quarantine, yo.
Yeah.
Like, race relations have barely gotten to a point where we can all kind of stand each other. You know what I'm saying? And what you're doing is you are dropping a fucking grenade on all this shit just so you can have a safe space for racial equity.
你去 China 了，很多 space，
是很多 space.
是新疆 space 超多
新疆的
，space 跟棉花都有。
You better be careful.
I
that
can
we
say
have
that as
shared
a black
experience
person, I
with
faced more racism from Asian and Middle Eastern people, so I should have a safe space from those people. Can you even
That's if you want to
identify
be
them?
specific.
No,
If
but
you want
that's
to be specific, you have the right to
ridiculous.
I don't think.
You
Okay,
have
let
the
me
right to do
interrupt.
that if you've been
Let me
abused.
speak.
You have
I
the
don't
right
think
to do
any
that as
form of
well.
art should ever be exclusionary on the grounds of skin color, regardless of who it's targeted to or who it's made
We're
by.
talking about race
The
equity.
whole point of art is it should be for
But
everybody.
we're talking
No, no,
Huh?
it's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone, unless you're Adam 22. But I think that's the point. Is like if they were having like a discussion, like a private talk about their experience with racism, then I can understand the whole safe space argument. But this thing is all about 表演, it's a show.
Yeah.
Like you cannot say who can and cannot attend just because you're in a safe space.
context.
I don't know. It's not right. There's nothing racially equal about this.
Yes.
It's racially unequal. You're saying no white people can come.
Context.
It's ridiculous.
What's the play about, Piers?
It doesn't matter what it's
Yes,
about.
it does.
It
And
doesn't.
that's your issue. You want to negate context.
No,
and there is no
it doesn't
argument
matter if
from
every-
both of us without context. You know this, and yet you try to negate it.
No,
every
I don't
single
know
time
this.
here.
No, you
Deal
can't-
with the context. And if you can't deal
can't-
with it, don't come with an
You
argument.
can't tell
deal
me.
with the context.
You can't tell me what I'm
No,
thinking.
exactly. But that's
right?
what you do to me.
Or what my opinion
And that's what
is.
people like you do to me.
People-
Whoa. She used the one phrase you're not supposed to say is people like you.
Yeah.
Homegirl is racist in her bones, yo.
Yeah.
Like
And
me.
yes,
What do you mean people like me?
Prejudice, racially prejudiced people like yourself. That's what you do. That's why we need safe spaces.
You're calling me racially prejudiced.
I've done that several times, Piers. Why are you surprised?
What?
Emotional damage.
So her logic is, hey, 这是我第三次你才发现你自己有问题啊，你注意力没有那么好哎，要认真呢。
第三，我摸了你2次屁股，第3次你才说出手，
对
你怎么会？
This doesn't actually suit you.
That's ignorant, actually.
No,
what you
no,
just
it's
said.
not. I've just told you
I'm
that
not
several
racially
times.
prejudiced.
Okay,
And
so
what you just said
what's
is very
prejudice,
offensive.
Piers?
And
What's
shouldn't be
prejudice,
saying
Piers?
that.
Piers, what's prejudice?
Huh?
What's prejudice?
If you're
You've been
racially
learning.
prejudiced, you are a racist.
What's prejudice?
That's what you just called
You've
me.
been learning. What's
I'm not
prejudice?
accepting that. Sorry.
What's prejudice?
Esther, will you go and watch this?
Swiftly
No,
move
but I'm
on.
No, I don't think you should be calling me a racist.
Swiftly move
It's ridiculous.
on. I've done it several times, and yet you have a problem.
then you're
with the
wrong
third
every time.
I did it last year. You're talking
Well,
about
good
it
for
today
you.
as if it's a.
Wow, she actually keeps track of how many times she called me a race. 哎，去年有教你，你没怎样啊？你现在在抱怨呢？干嘛？你被我黑吐很多次哎。
New surprise. It's,
It's a-
not.
it's
I
a-
told you last year you were racially
it's a
prejudiced, and I'm telling
lazy-
you again
it's a
today.
lazy
and yet
thing
you
to
have
say.
no argument.
It's a
That's
lazy
your
thing to
argument.
say.
Lazy thing to say. Well done.
Because I'm not
Piers. You're doing
racially
well.
prejudiced. Never
You're doing
have
well.
been.
What's racial prejudice, Piers?
It's being a
Answer the
racist.
question. Answer the question.
It's judging
And that's
people
what you do.
prejudicially
That's what you
on their
do.
skin colour.
That's what you
Actually,
do.
rather
That
like what
is
this
what
theatrical
you
production
do.
is doing.
That's
All right.
what you do.
That is what you do. You are the epitome of racial prejudice. Jesus. This reminds me of a few bad ex-girlfriends that I had.
Yeah, I made some of them.
Let me tell you, all you young people, be careful with the women you choose to get a relationship with, because women like this, no matter how great the lochi is, they will wear you down.
But they are good at bed though.
Great in bed. They are fantastic.